Hey, nature photographers, it's Lee Hoy, and I am in Panama. I just arrived here in Panama City after getting up at 2 this morning, and I am heading tomorrow with a bunch of clients and Chris McGinnis, another OM System Ambassador. We're going to Boca del Torres Island and Tranquil Bay Resort, where we are going to be doing a macro workshop along with wildlife, birds, and stuff. So I'm excited. It's been a long day already. We're here at our hotel, so I'm coming to you from another hotel. But I thought I would talk about supplemental macro lighting. What do I do when I'm not using flash? Because you've heard me say in many videos before that I use flash the majority of the time when doing macro and an AK diffuser. But what about when I'm not using flash and I'm not just going to do pure natural light? Well, stay tuned. I'm going to talk about a couple of cool lights. Howdy from West Texas. I'm Lee Hoy, professional nature photographer, and this is my YouTube channel, Lee Hoy Photography. I'm an OM System Ambassador, photography workshop instructor for Wildside Nature Tours and Precision Camera and Video, and contributing author for the Journal of Wildlife Photography. All right, so there are two primary lights I like to use when it comes to supplemental macro lighting. Of course, I'm going to have links for both of these down in the video description below. And I'm going to show you two different lights. Both of them are by Lume Cube. So these are Lume Cube lights. The first one is going to be this LED light panel. It's the LC Panel 1. And I like this panel because it's pretty powerful. So not only can it work for some close-ups work, but it's more powerful if you raise it up high. So for venomous snakes, I can keep it a good distance from them and still provide plenty of light. So on the back of the Lume Cube light, you've got some controls. And what I like about this light, I can control the brightness. So I can lower brightness, and I'm not going to point it right to screen, and I can increase brightness quite quickly, okay? So you can increase brightness, and then you can hit a button back here, and then you can adjust the white balance. Now, I typically leave it at 5600, but the controls are quite easy, and some lights offer a ton of colors and lighting controls, but you really, sometimes too much is too much. When I'm in the field for macro, I don't want many controls because I'm often working one-handed, and I'm going to use this light. I may set it down to give me some lighting up through a leaf. I may point it down from the side to simulate the moon. I may come in close for some harsh shadows. I've got all different kinds of ways to use this panel. Plus, this panel is kind of easy to lean up against stuff. So if I'm going to use two hands for photography, I can often lay this down and let it throw some supplemental light. It comes with this simple little diffuser, okay, which pops off. And you can see the light intensity, with it. I don't want to blind you again. And then I put this little plastic diffuser on there, and it's going to help diffuse that light. So this is LC Panel 1, LED light panel. And battery, based on the brightness, it also tells you on the back how long the battery will last. So if I turn it on right now by pressing that upper button, it says if I leave the light at 20%, I have 2.9 hours of battery life left. If I increase that, say I double it to, or say I, go up to 80%, now it tells me I have 51 minutes of battery life left. So it's got good features, simple controls, and it's reasonably priced for its brightness. It's made very durable metal body. It even has a 1/4 inch thread on the bottom if you're going to screw it to a small tripod so you can work with it not holding it. So I love this one. Here's the other. It's the small rig. I said Lume Cube, but I was wrong. It's the small rig. I guess I should put my glasses on so I can see the exact model number. Mini LED video light. Okay. And what I like about this, both of these are rechargeable through USB cords. And this little small rig video light, let me get it powered on. It comes with this little diffuser. So for small subjects that you can put this close or further away, it's smaller. So if you're working in a tighter space with a smaller subject, or you want a little less light, than what the panel is going to put out, or you need something smaller, this is a great light. It too has a 1/4 inch thread. And what I like, so you have this little, rubber diffuser, but you can pop that off and you can pop on this little magnetic attachment, and then it has a snoot option. So look at this. So you can get really, really snooty with it. There you go. There's a comedy photography joke. So you can come in real tight, back off for a little more diffuse. But what I like is just magnetic. You've got barn doors, so you can control the light just like you would with a regular barn door. So I have the rubber diffuser, the snoot, and the barn doors for different light controls. And it's very easy to use, very easy to work with one hand. And, you know, these are small enough that packing them, you know, in Panama here, we're limited on our number of bags, 2 max on the small plane, up to 100 pounds, you pay more over. Well, these are small. They're very portable. You can stick these in just about any part of your camera bag. And now I can do some really creative macro with these lights. So as I power on this little video light, as I cycle through by pressing the button, you can see it gets brighter and brighter until finally, you know, I can cycle through the brightness with that. So you get different intensities, and then you just press the button, hold down for it to power off. If you hold it down like that. And so small rig video light, I think this is $20-something. And the Loop Cube panel is probably somewhere between 50 and 70. I don't remember off the top of my head. But those are some of the supplemental macro lights when I'm not using flash. I want to do backlit. I want to do under a leaf. You know, I want to do simulating a moon. Lots of different options when it comes to macro, particularly at night or daytime. You know, you can use these to create very different effects and give some nice raking light. So that's what I'll be using. I'll look forward to sharing some of the photos with you, hopefully next week on my social media. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next Sunday. And like I always say, go out there, capture some visually compelling images.